Hello, welcome to Plan Path Podcast, your choice hub for book reviews and crucial conversations. Hey people, it's a solo episode today. That means you get to hear my beautiful voice, and I just wanted to talk today. Welcome to Plan Path Podcast. Okay, in case you have missed out on other episodes, you are wrong, man. Trust me. It shouldn't be, because this year we have released two gigantic, serious episodes. First one was with Foye, my girl. Foye is such an amazing person. She's a vibe. And when I say she's a vibe, not just only the talk and everything, she is deep, she's intellectual, she's practical, and she comes with a whole lot of wisdom. She brings a lot to the table. Amen, somebody. Amen. So you go listen to our episode of food, weight, well-being, fitness. You grab what you're trying to say. We are not trying to diet, trust me. We're not trying to lose weight. We are trying to look out for ourselves and take care of ourselves and, pay attention to our health. For some people, you may actually include losing weight, which is all right. But the goal really, after you lost all the weight, is fitness, is your wellness. So go listen to that podcast episode. It's on all platforms. Just look back, and make sure you're sharing with friends. Like I always say, I can't see something this amazing and listen to it and not share with my friends. It doesn't make sense. You dig, you understand, yeah. And then there was another episode with Moshood. I absolutely love that because it's very practical too. It's on tiny habits, how to use tiny little simple things to achieve your goals in 2024. You understand? All those big gigantic goals you have set for yourself. Not to worry, you can achieve them. So go listen to those episodes. Amen. Amen, somebody. So welcome to Plan Path Podcast. Really, today, like I said, we are really going to be talking a lot of stuff. You can feel the excitement in my voice. Trust me, I was more excited when I slept last night. I was so excited because Nigeria, our Eagles people have turned the banana of banana people. How do they say that stuff? You grab. Anyways, Nigeria won South Africa, and I was so excited last night. That match was a whole lot of emotions. It was a whole lot. A lot of stuff happened. And it just tells me, irrespective of what's happening in other areas of life, if an area is working well at the moment, please embrace it. You're a single Pringle, but you can come to Tosin, right, to come and do to come and do CV for your loved ones. Do it, baby. You have great friends. Embrace that. Don't kill yourself because you don't have a boo yet. You have a boo. You guys are not married yet. Chill, enjoy the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Just basically focus on what's happening in your life, like what works well currently, while you work towards the other things. You grab what I'm trying to say. So basically that's what it is. It is just what it is this morning. And let me tell you, I'm reading a book that I want us to do a quick I'm reading a book that I want us to do a mini book review about. The name of the book that I'm currently reading, and by the way, this is how I read now. There's been a lot of growth since the last time we had a solo episode, and even since 2021, 2022. How I read books now is, as I read, I practice. I practice, I read. You grab that kind of stuff. So that someone will have lots of practical wisdom and also theoretical insights and knowledge. You grab that, so that there's a healthy mix. You grab. So this book we are doing a mini book review about is on 100 things successful people do, and the little excerpt under it is Little Exercises for Successful Living by Nigel Cumberland. You understand? 100 things successful people do, little exercises for successful living by Nigel Cumberland. So that's the book that I want us to currently just look at it very well together. Trust me, I'm on chapter 6 on this book right now. I've read up to 1 to 5, and I'm not reading it every day. The reason is I want to have space to put it into action. How these are things that successful people actually do, what we do, in our circle, and I really want to do them. So I'm taking it slowly. So that means that by the side, I'm reading another book. I'm reading another book by a Nigerian author, and that book is so lovely. I'm just taking it one day at a time, reading other books to just excite myself. You understand? To just make myself happy. Enjoy books, while at the same time, this my mega book that I'm reading, I am basically just like taking it slowly with it. So first thing that we successful people do is that we follow our dreams. Um, yeah. So the thing is that I would like to give a balance on this. Let me read a quote by Richard Branson from that um chapter. It says, "You will live a much better life if you pursue your passions. People who work on the things that they love usually enjoy life more than everyone else does, simply because they are chasing their dreams." Okay, yeah. So chase your dreams. So the thing is that there's a balance to this, because I hear a lot of Gen Z's say things like, "I'm not feeling the job, so I left this that." Yeah, I understand you should leave toxic places and all, but this is one thing I would say from what I read in the book. Yeah, dreams are the fuel of your success. Like, chase your dreams, but one thing I'll let you know is that don't attach your dream to a particular company, or sometimes even a particular sector. Okay, for instance, if my passion is to actually help people become better in their lives, like one of my strong dreams, one of the things I really love to do in my life that I'm currently doing, is to help people learn voraciously, because I think that it's unsaid of that somebody is in this world that's ever changing, and the person is not learning, the person becomes obsolete. So I really want people to keep learning on the go by reading books, you understand, and paying attention to lifelong learning. That's one of the things I like. So you can see, when I said it is a general goal that can be achieved by running planned path, by doing podcasts. There are so many outlets to that dream, you understand. So that means that if I was working in an organization that had this kind of like similar purpose, and it doesn't seem to be working there, I can come back to my organization and do it. I can just carry my equipment and do podcasts, and I'm meeting my goals. You grab what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not saying it has to be this person, or with this organization, or with this particular industry, because what some people, Gen Zs, are doing is like, "Oh, my passion is music." Your passion may not exactly be music. Your passion may be actually to help people feel better after a stressful day. So maybe you lose your voice or something, you can still do that passion through other things, you understand, if your passion is to help people. So my point from this chapter is that pursue your dreams, right? But make sure your dreams are not attached to any individual, any company, you understand, because trust me, you don't want to chop breakfast. Make sure your dreams are broad goals that then you cannot find outlets to his application. One example. Okay, your dream can be, "I want to make money in the most stressless ways," legitimate money, and it's valid because you don't want to burn out. So you can say, "Oh, I want to embrace working from home. I want to maybe offer some kind of services. I will not do 3 businesses at a time. These are my own value system. Instead, I have great appreciation for family. I want to spend time with my husband and kids, or with my wife and kids." You grab what I'm trying to say? So that's a big dream you have, and then you look at your values and find ways to make them work within your context. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it doesn't have to be grand. Yeah, it doesn't have to be attached to a particular place or person. I love learning, and in every way, every place I've worked with, in every project I'm currently doing in plant path, or other businesses or things I do, I just make sure they align with those kind of things, you understand. So make sure you're doing that. That's very, very important. So you just look for outlets to achieve your dreams. I hope what I'm saying makes a lot of sense to you, and let me just know in the comments. Let's get feedback about this thing I'm saying, you grab, so that, because a lot of the Gen Zs are like, I don't feel this, drop it. I don't feel don't let me say Gen Zs, younger people, I don't feel this, drop it. I don't feel this, that's not what I want to do, you grab. So pay attention to that. The second thing is ask for help, and this is very important because I used to be that kind of person that does not really ask for help. I feel like, oh, I can sort it out. I don't want to stress anybody. I'm not a stress or bother to anybody really, but for the people I love, I really don't want to like just get them worried or anything. But I really learned that successful people ask for help because I can't do everything myself. I really need to ask people to help me. There is a quote here by Vaclav Havel here that says, anyone who takes himself too seriously always runs the risk of looking ridiculous. Anyone who can consistently laugh at himself does not. Just say, I don't know. Like, I realize that even when people ask me, oh, do you have contact for so person? Or this so person's contact, or you contact so place, or I want to do this at the bank or something like that. Usually, even if it's someone that before, if it's someone that I no longer talk to, I'll still exchange the contact and send the message on behalf of the person. I grab there are times like that you have to do those things, go out of your way to do things for people. But these days I'm just learning to say, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. It's not hard. At least if I'm going to look foolish, I'll just look foolish for the few minutes. And after that, I will know. I would now know. So successful people ask for help, ask for their lawyers for help, their consultants, their kids. I realized that kids actually know a lot, like at least kids of nowadays. So successful people can't say they don't know because number one, it removes pressure from you. It won't be lying. Number two, it removes a lot of pressure from you, and then you just get to learn other people's point of view. These days, as much as I have a food timetable, like I have range of foods that I like and all of that, sometimes if I'm talking to someone over the phone and the person says, hey babe, what are you eating this evening? I just say, I don't know. Do you have any ideas for me? Any suggestions? Or let's say this morning or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just learning to really say I don't know because it's really opening me up to a whole lot of opportunities and perspectives. So I think that we successful people, and as we aim to be successful in our lives, we need to pay really good attention to saying we don't know when we actually don't know and asking for help. I mean, trust me, life is too deep to run alone. There's a paragraph here that says, life is unpredictable and uncertain. You can never be right all the time. Sometimes the best thing to do is chill, step back, admit you could do with some help, and stop taking yourself seriously. So there it says, find your blind spot, things that you don't know, you understand, or some views you've held on to. Learn how to laugh at yourself and have people that can give you feedback. Very importantly, people that can actually look at you and give you feedback. Like, I want you to listen to this episode, listen to other episodes, tell us in the comments how to improve this whole podcast, how to market it better, because more people need to have this on their screens at home, on their YouTube, Apple, and all of those platforms, Android, Google Podcast, Spotify. We need more people to really listen to this episode. So tell me, listen, I'm asking you for help right now, you understand? So basically that's my approach to life these days. You grab, just ask for help. Number 3, let me go on a short commercial break and drink water. Then we'll come back to do number 3. Okay, so number 3 thing that we successful people do, and I'm going to really stop here for today. The third thing that we successful people do is that we create our future. The future is not something we enter. The future is something we create. Leonard I. Sweet. So successful people never rely upon chance of fate. You may look at someone successful and think that they got lucky. That's like maybe they were just in the right place at the right time and opportunities came. But the truth is that every piece of good fortune is the result of hours or even years of hard work and preparation. Like one day, people just wake up and say, "Oh, Plant Plant Podcast is so nice, it's everywhere." But people will not remember all these hours I'm spending now to build the podcast you grab. So never resign yourself to what the future holds or quit Sarah. Make sure that you are creating the future you want. Don't let others bring you down. Reframe your view. Tell yourself, this is what I want to see in my future. And you can do it. Just go ahead and get that thing you know you can do in your future. You want to do in your future. The sixth thing, I told you I was supposed to start reading 6, is turn work into play. I look forward to reading that. So really that is the end of my mini book review for today. I just read some parts of the part I've read of 100 Things Successful People Do by Nigel Cumberland. That's a very powerful book that I have read and that has been helping me so far. You grab. So that's a book I'm really reading now. I just thought to bring it to your face so you can understand it. And let's go on a quick commercial break and we'll be right back to talk about gist. I want to tell you my mind. Okay, welcome to Plant Path Podcast, your choice hub for book reviews and crucial conversations. Welcome to Plant Path. So good to have you here. Ensure that you're sharing this with your friends, your family, and that if there are other episodes you have not listened to, ensure you are listening to those episodes. So I want to tell you something. I saw her. There's a lady here. She has been on our podcast before. That was when we're doing video podcasts early in 2020. And generally, aside that, she's just been a good friend of mine and a good friend of Plant Path Consult. Plant Path Consult is the company that has Plant Path Podcast, the training arm of the business and the consulting arm of the business. So Esoya posted something yesterday. She was like, let me read what Esoya posted. I think that Esoya posted that thing out of something that might have happened. I didn't call her to ask her, but I'm just guessing. She said, we need more people who are smart and intelligent to go into the entertainment space. Let me rephrase. We need people who are smart and intelligent to be doing podcasts. I'm tired of hearing things about count, size, and rounds. Entertainment can be educative as well. People will just carry a microphone and the only thing they talk about is a man's body, a woman's body, or broke shaming. It's getting tiring and irritating. And I really feel SOA right now. I feel her because sometimes I just come online and I just see people on different podcasts talking. In fact, they ask somebody some really easy peasy questions and person was talking about radiology, like from where to how. Trust me, people, I want to go through the benefits of reading with you because, and I'm just going to explain it to you in the way that has worked for me. In case reading is not something you have paid attention to before now, I think you really need to be paying attention to reading at this time in your life. Number one, reading gives you tranquility. One of the reasons people have lost their virginity or made really stupid decisions in life is because they lack tranquility. Okay, something happened, you had a bad day. Some people, you now probably go and meet that person that you're not supposed to talking to. And then something happens that you are not proud of, you understand? Sometimes life can be very tough, challenging, and things can just be happening and it's like, can we have a break from this adulthood? But reading would give you tranquility. Like that moment you just lie down on your bed or lie on a couch, like you've had your bath, cover up yourself, eat something delicious, healthy, please, something delicious, and you just lie down and you're snacking on watermelon or on apples or pineapples, or just cut everything together and you're sitting down to read a book. It removes the stress of the day from you and gives you tranquility. You won't know, you will just be transported into another plane. Only reading can do that for you, trust me. You just leave every other thing that is going on, that is stopping at that moment. You just enter the world of that book. Only reading does that for you. So if you've not considered reading like as an important aspect of your life before now, please pay attention. Reading gives you knowledge. Like, you won't come out. I realize that when people talk and they sound intelligent, and they are actually intelligent, and they make intelligent decisions, trust me, they are reading. Somewhere in their schedule, they are reading. Like I always tell somebody, you're working with somebody, you say you don't have time to read. The person you're working for is reading. A lot of CEOs, you get into their offices, they are saying books, like pastors, like leaders, thought leaders in every field, they are reading. So if you want to be a thought leader, you have to be reading, so that you don't come out and be sounding very funny. And I don't want to use the stupid word like that, you're sounding stupid, but I want you to come out and sound intelligent. Industry knowledge. Can you aim to be the very best in your field? People say there are no jobs. There are really jobs, competitive jobs. There are gigs, there are contracts. But do you really have what it takes? Reading will give you a lot of knowledge. Trust me, you will know. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. Wisdom comes from what you know. For you to make intelligent decisions at times, it's not even what you read now. Those memories and knowledge, you just build up, and then you just enter the archives of your soul, and you just search things out and then make a fantastic decision because you know. You understand? That's one of the reasons you should be reading this year. Third reason you should be reading is vocabulary expansion. I not say expansion, is expansion actually. You see people that when you're chatting with, they've got the same range of vocabularies over the years because they are not reading. Let me even give you an instance. One of the things that helps me with knowledge is that I try to read from different fields, aside what I primarily do, or read from different opinions, read from a Jew, read from an Islamic person, from a Christian, read from read from different views about, let's say, child development, read different views, read from Tibetans. Just read and learn other people's world view, trust me. With vocabulary expansion, what I do with vocabulary expansion is that I have my dictionary on my phone, my dictionary app. I'm currently using the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It has a word for the day feature. And that app, I did not go and add it inside other apps. It's just right there on my screen, like I can see it. I don't like leaving apps outside, really. For people who know me, I don't like leaving apps. I like to organize my apps into different groups on my phone. But with this reading thing, with vocabulary expansion, my dictionary is out. So yesterday, my word for yesterday on the dictionary was absorb. That is to let a crime, like to let go of something, like not to let someone suffer for the consequences of what they have done. Like priests will say, I absolve you of your sin. I absolve you of the consequences of your actions. That's it. So little by little, I learn a new word every day. And some words are things I already know. I might have forgotten the meaning. Or I just basically just learn. And when I look at word for the day, I also look at the synonyms of those words so that I can expand my vocabulary. Trust me, some people can only say, let's say, wait. They don't know other synonyms of wait. Suspend. You got that kind of thing, like suspend that thing you're doing. Or one word can have 20 different meanings. Trust me. And as you're reading, as you're looking at those words, look at their pronunciation as well. It's really nice when you have a wide range of vocabulary. science vocabulary, art vocabulary, different sport vocabulary, different things. You would expand your vocabulary, and trust me, when you speak outside, when you write, one of the reasons people cannot write well is because people do not read. When you read, you fill in. When you write, you let out. So if you are not filling in, how will you let out? You grab. It's a simple mathematics. Then another thing is mental stimulation. In view of this mental stimulation, I want to read out something for you. It says, studies have shown that staying mentally stimulated can slow the progress of or possibly let me take that again. Mental stimulation, a benefit of reading. Studies have shown that staying mentally stimulated can slow the progress of or possibly even prevent Alzheimer's or dementia, since keeping your brain active and engaged prevents it from losing its power. So when you're reading, you're keeping your brain engaged, and then your brain isn't losing its power. I look at some young people, I look at people generally, even older people. You're not reading, you're smoking shisha, people are not reading. You're just killing yourself. You're drinking, you're having fun, quote and unquote cruising. You're killing yourself. Just like any other muscle in the body, the brain requires exercise to keep it strong and healthy. So the phrase "use it or lose it" is particularly apt when it comes to your mind. Doing puzzles, playing games such as chess have been found to be helpful with cognitive stimulation. Carry a book and read. Recently, I was doing something with somebody, and I had to be very patient, but half of the time I was just surprised. People miss out sentences. People cannot hold an intelligent conversation. It's just people use the F word. They say vibe, this. I mean, what's that? That cannot get you far. That's the truth. If you plan to be successful in life or do something reasonable in your life, you have to be reading. That's the truth. Mental stimulation. I mean, I just look at old age in our generation is just going to be very funny, because you see people that started smoking, drinking at 15, 16, 20. You understand that. Sexually active, they are not reading, they are not keeping their minds busy, they are not engaging in mentally stimulating things. Trust me, how is it going to be like for someone like that? You have to be engaging in serious stuff. Carry a book and read. Carry a 50-page book. You have money for other things in the world. You don't have money to read, to buy book. Enter Ojuelegba, enter Yaba, enter the cheapest place in your environment that you can buy book. Buy a book. It's a good investment. Trust me. Carry book. Buy. Sit down and read it. Half of the up and down you are going up and down, you don't need it. You just enter places that they did not invite you. You don't respect yourself. Come back home. Eat good food. Cook your food, or buy food if you don't want to cook. Eat good food. Sit down. Eat fruits. Carry your book and read. It will prevent you from making a lot of stupid decisions in life. Honestly, trust me. Try it this year. Mental stimulation stimulates your mind. Have you noticed that sometimes when you read, maybe you've not read for a while, you just start yawning? Your brain is exercising. So you need to be reading. Memory improvements. You tell somebody something, say, he's old age. Some people now believe that once they are 30 years old, they will start losing their memory. That's a freaking lie. Are you saying that you want to start having dementia at 30? It's because since you graduated at 20 or 25 or so, you've not carried one book to read. How does that even work? You can't be losing your memory at this age when you've not even done up to half of your life. You want to start losing memory. Is that the kind of life you want to live? Carry a book and read, my brother, my sister. Sit down, read that book, and you'll be glad you did. Trust me. It will improve the quality of your life like 1,001%. And then, like I said earlier, right? When you read book, you just carry wisdom from here, knowledge from here, and then you just see that, I'm in the right spot. Let me give you a good tip today. Just scroll back and look at books we have reviewed on this podcast. I want to do a lot of heavy book reviews and practical applications this year, like I'm doing on this particular episode. Carry a book, read, sit down, and read. Like, practically apply that thing you are reading, and you'll be glad you did. I need to round up this episode. The next point is stronger analytical thinking skills. If you've read a lot, you have enough information. Your brain has enough information to work with, and you can search out knowledge from here and there, put it together, and make a good decision because you're reading, because you're exposing your mind, you're opening your brain to new experiences, and that's very good. Improve focus and concentration. 2 tips I will tell you is always have a book on your reading app. Like, let your reading app be obvious, let it be out, and then have a book you're always reading. Like, have a book that's always there that you can read. Then read in between things. Let's say you're in an Uber, you're going a long distance, sit down and read. Some of those up and down things you do in between stuff, over excessive scrolling on social media, sit down and read. You're waiting for your meeting, sit down and read. Just read in between everyday exercises. That has actually worked well for me. Another thing is to just read. I mean, people create time for fun, people create time for a whole lot of things, and read. And the one that pains me most is people that, they don't go out, they don't sit at home all the time on their bed, not reading, not making friends. Hello, and you want to have a fantastic 2024. That's not how it works, my person. Make sure you're doing something, have a social life. But very importantly, read. Reading will take you to different worlds that maybe you don't have money to travel to yet. Trust me. I've gone to places that, because I read maybe a book about them and watched a few stuff online about them, it feels like I've been there before, because in my mind, I have actually visited the place. When you read, you just paint mental images, and it is amazing. So that was Plant Path Podcast today. I'm gonna go now. See you in our next episode. Love you. Bye. Before I go, listen to other episodes, share it to your friends.